Good evening and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for February the 20th, 2024. I am Mom, and I'm here all by my lonesome because I haven't turned on Discord yet. Now I've got Discord on. Hi, Discord people. And we put way too much salt in the quinoa tonight, so I'm going to be sucking down some water tonight. Hi, Von Marcus. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
A little chilly, but I'm in the basement, so
Oh.
there's only so much I can do about that.
Yeah, well, I'm up on the second floor, plus I was running the oven to make delicious quinoa. And
Lucky you.
I like quinoa. And it was also the last of it, since I will be moving, in theory, in a week or so. I'm going through the cabinets going, do I want to carry half a package of open quinoa? No. Do I want to get half a package of open peanut butter? No.
No.
Yeah, what can I eat? I have some leftover fried chicken shredded up, throw it in the quinoa. Oh, there's a half a bag of cheese. Let's throw that in. There's some leftover chicken broth and some milk. It's going to be 2 weeks of eating food standing in the refrigerator, so I don't have to move it.
Sounds like how I cook. I get up and go, crap, I didn't thaw anything out last night.
Yeah.
What do we have in the pantry?
Yeah. Well, so when I cooking for one person is kind of tough after you've been cooking for 3 or 4 people all your life.
Yeah.
So I wind up with, if I make pasta, there's pasta, and then there's 2 servings, or in this case 4 servings left over for later. So that's in individual freezer containers, and leftover chili, and now the leftover quinoa. So I probably have enough food to get through the weekend at this point, as long as I eat the same 3 things over and over and over. But we're having an office party on Thursday, and I asked my boss, well, what do you want? He goes, can we get Qdoba? Of course, you're paying for it. We can get whatever you want. So we will have Qdoba, and knowing Qdoba, there might be a smidgy of leftover stuff, except the salad. There will be a ton of leftover salad, so I get the salad. Okay, so I guess I'm the only one who loves salad. Anyway, Von Marcus, how are you doing on your anniversary stuff? Are you wrapped up? Are you in good shape?
I had the ship.
Okay.
I've done a couple for the bonus to lithium.
Yeah, I did a few. I kind of got slow the last 2 days. I finished up with 3,024 Omega marks for red, yellow, and blue, so that's enough to make 112 Omegas.
Oh, goody.
So, yeah, I've got that started cooking. That'll take a little while. Understatement. That'll take a lot of while. And all of my tunes aren't up to the level where they can make a ton of Omegas, so it's primarily on 2. And I thought, you know what? We have this other event going on, which is pretty easy. And by the way, you can AFK Peril under Pavo as well as Peril over Pavo.
Oh. Not that anybody would do that.
Not that anybody would ever do that, but if you were to do it, you just have to do the 5 crystals at the beginning, turn them on, and as soon as they explode, it's like a 12-minute countdown. So very similar to Peril over Pavo, which again, nobody would ever do, but if you were to do it, that would be how you do it. And unlike Guillotine and 359, which require you to be involved as far as I can tell, but the difference is 359 and Guillotine are kind of fun.
Oh, I bugged the Peril over Pavo this morning.
You what did it?
I ended up with a pug.
Oh, no.
And all of us were running carriers.
Okay.
I felt so bad for that first group.
Oh my god, it probably just was a whole bunch of shrapnel
cloud.
popping in there.
Because everybody was using the tactical flyers.
Oh, jeez.
Like, it's just this cloud.
Yeah. First a cloud of you guys, then a cloud of debris. Cloud of you guys, cloud of debris.
But we got through the first wave, and then it just refused to send us enemies.
Do you blame it?
Not really.
Yeah. It'll just time out at some point then. That's the only good side. It did time out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it didn't bug. I mean, we've had it bug once or twice, not in this event, but historically. When we've killed things too fast, and it's just like, no. We're not doing this anymore. Speaking of perilous Pavoian things, we do have Operation Riposte, if you guys didn't do it yesterday. I was busy yesterday. What was I doing yesterday that I was busy? Oh, I was finishing up the Omegas. I had 300 left to do by the time I got home from work yesterday. And I'm like, gosh darn it, I'm going to get these if it's the last thing I do. Hi, Katie. How are you doing?
Alright, so I need to do plasma damage in space. I can do that.
Oh, I got my new book today. One of our game members, friends here, Tranjushi, wrote a book.
Ooh.
And I bought it, and it arrived today. And I was reading it at work, which I realize you're not supposed to read things at work, so I wasn't seriously reading it, but I looked at it and I thought, this person, I don't know if it's male or female, was able to tell me in about 5 sentences that I'm not on Earth.
Huh.
Ooh, demo recording. Very fun. I wish they still had a good system for demo record playback. They used to have a freebie that somebody had created, and it got bugged a long time ago, and nobody's ever fixed it. And of course, I don't know anything about that stuff. I can't fix it. Let's see.
I need to go.
I don't see it anymore. Okay, maybe it's finally down. I think it was Rachel Garrett who posted it. That's not the question I wanted. Demo record console commands. I like it when people do that.
Like Klingons captured too many prisoners.
Apparently 2 years ago there was a fixed version of Stowe Demo Record Launcher. I don't know that it actually does work. Now it says 3 years ago, so that's the one I had. It did not work at that point. If anybody knows how to fix that kind of stuff or figure out what's going on, the last one is June of 2021, so 3 years ago, yeah. I love demo record. Yeah, Katie, I use the freebie connected to the launcher. It's just that you have to get completely out and go in and change the command line and go in versus using the demo record or Stowe demo record, which was created by somebody else and allowed you to stay in the game and do your editing over there, which made life a little bit easier. But it doesn't matter. I will get around to it as soon as I get in the house, which is now 10 days away. Yes, except I get keys at like 4 in the afternoon, and I don't know that I'll be able to get somebody out to the house in time to rekey it that night. I don't want to spend the night in the house without it, or I don't want to have the house there without knowing I've got the only working keys, and if somebody else gave you the keys, you don't know that they work, blah, 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 blah. You know how that goes?
Yep.
Yeah, so the reality is someone else might have keys to my house, and I want to get that switched out real quick. And then that next day I shall introduce my dogs back to the concept of backyard. What is this thing called backyard?
Wait,
Hello,
don't
Rachel.
have that leash? Are you sure?
Yeah, I know. They're just going to be like, nah. I've taken them out to Sniff Spot a couple of times, which is kind of cool. Sniff Spot is Airbnb for your dogs. You rent somebody's backyard or a field or a whatever for an hour, and you can let your dogs run free. And I've taken them out a couple of times, and they've played for about 5 minutes and gone, it's just that we don't know what to do anymore, so it's going to take a little while. Get a smart lock. I don't know what a smart lock is, Katie. What is a smart lock?
It's an electronic lock that has a number punch key code to unlock it, and you can also do things like when you're pulling in and you're getting your groceries out of your car, you can unlock it with an app on your phone, so the door's already unlocked when you're taking your first bit of groceries in,
Huh.
and things like that.
Well, that's why I have a garage. See, the joy of unlocking the door to take in the groceries, the dogs are going to be going, hey, we're going to go out the front door. Versus you go in through the garage and it's like the airlock. Everything goes into the garage, you close the garage door. Then you open up the interior door, and if the dogs go racing into the garage, it doesn't really matter. And more than that, I can actually put my car in the garage. My car's never been in a garage. I took it into the office literally into the office not too long ago, when it was really cold and I had to work on something. I was working out in the parking lot, and one of the guys was like, if you just brought it inside the garage, we could just work on it there. Oh, okay, I guess I'm going to go do that.
Hello.
Hello. I was thinking of you today.
Thinking of me? Well, that's always nice.
It was nice. I was thinking about what we're going to do in Philadelphia.
I just got an invitation, like completely without any notification whatsoever, about a conference that I have to go to.
When?
2 weeks. And I'm not doing that job anymore, but I'm still supposed to be there representing them, and I'm not sure whether I should or not. But it's nice to have been asked. I'm just thinking about that. But yeah, it's a disaster convention thing. A disaster preparation convention.
Okay, I got to work this morning, flipped on my computer, and up comes Team Rubicon was the opening screen today, and I thought, wow, that's interesting.
Well, there you go.
Yep. Yes, there is a store in Sandusky, Ohio called Federation Headquarters where you can now go buy your Star Trek uniforms.
Nice.
Yep.
I'm very glad that you classified that it's a disaster preparation conference, because it sounded like you were just going to say it's a disaster of a conference.
Well, it might be that.
Well, I don't know. There's certain things being done in disaster cons that do qualify as just disasters.
I've been to more than
Some people are there for very strange reasons.
So, Rachel, the house is a week from Friday. I just, like 2 minutes before we came online, I was on the phone with the mortgage guys and my money guys, basically saying, you talk to each other. Just tell me what I need to sign and when. Yeah, I don't need to run Pavo, but I'd like to run Pavo. Is anybody else?
I need to run Riposte.
I need to run Riposte too, so we're going to do that for sure.
I need to do both.
Are we going Federation or KDF or private?
I'm currently on Federation, but it doesn't really matter.
I can switch. It's no biggie.
I can switch to Federation. That's fine.
I'll switch to Federation. I was going to try and actually get this Klingon caught up. Who hasn't done stuff for a while?
So we just spent the last 4 hours combing a neighborhood for a missing child.
Oh, no.
I was found and everything's fine,
Okay.
but turns out that when a person has developmental issues, you probably shouldn't just leave them alone and just ignore them.
Yeah.
But that is how Florida education works. And then they are shocked when things like that happen. It makes me not like people that much.
Von Marcus, who are you on?
I'm loading Blossom now.
Okay. Frost, are you in on this?
Sure.
Okie-doke. Mom, did I 14th bundle? I did not. No. Will I? Probably. Was I kind of preoccupied these last couple of days? Yeah, I really have been. There's Blossom. I'm not anti-14th bundle. It's just, as I was saying earlier, I finished wrapping up all my Omegas yesterday evening. That was my priority. How long is it? Is it still on sale?
I don't know.
Yes, it is. It is on sale for 8 more days, so I've got some time to think about it. It is 13,000 Zen, so I'd have to get some more Zen, which I don't have at the moment. I don't know. What's in it? Atlantis, Awani, Chekhov, Princeton, Lafayette, Tal Shiar, Constellation Heavy refit, some toys, a T6 coupon, some upgrades, some keys, and title Simulator. I don't know. I will think about it. Maybe for my other account. I think he's got the Zen for it. And he needs more ships. Anybody else need to join us? Anybody else want to join us? But yeah, KD, I saw that in Twitter a little while ago. I'm like, oh my God, Sandusky, Ohio is not that far away. We can go. I could go there on the way to Philadelphia. Hang on a second. Let's look at Google Maps.
To the internet!
To the internet! Away! Let's see. Home to Sandusky, Ohio. And add a destination of Philadelphia. Okay, Sandusky adds about 2 hours to the trip to go to Philadelphia. Which actually might work out okay. Where is Sandusky, just out of curiosity?
That's a way bit north from us.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, but it's in April. I'd have to go near Bowling Green. I haven't been near Bowling Green since I was a kid. We used to go from Columbus to Sawyer, Michigan, always via Bowling Green, and it was like this awesome thing to go through Bowling Green. I think it was the halfway point, and we'd always stop and get out of the car for like half an hour just to walk around. Okay, well, I've never been to Sandusky, but yeah, let's see where that takes us time-wise. It is, it's only 4 hours to Sandusky, and then another 7 hours to, actually, that might work out perfectly. Go there, do a little shopping on Wednesday evening, and then go from there to Philadelphia, and then go home via Columbus. And okay, yep, that could work. Throw an extra day into the trip anyway. And buy another Star Trek uniform. Yay! All right, is it just the 4 of us then? And Rachel wanted to do Pavo Space. Is that the one we're doing?
That's what I was planning on.
Okay, Pavo Space it is.
I mean, we can do either. Just
most people seem to like spacey better than groundy.
Heavy hitting ship, so.
I like groundy more than spacey.
Rachel's going to cover Alpha.
Okay.
Wee woo?
Wee woo.
We in the woo.
We in the woo. So Frost, the space that we're going to have is going to be 12 feet wide by 6 feet deep for the 2 table spaces.
Okay.
So I'm just thinking use one of our backdrops. I have to go see which backdrops look good. And half of it just set up with chairs so people can relax, and I figured I'd throw in a few flat corpses and a couple of moopsies.
Corpses?
Yeah.
I heard corpses.
Yes, corpses. I was going to get some clothes and some rubber masks, and I've got 2 wigs and some shoes, and put them on the ground with some moopsies and go, moopsie!
And on the 17th, we're going to go raid the Philadelphia Cemetery?
We could.
No, because you'd only get bones, and the Moopsie...
Yeah, no, moopsie takes care of the bones.
Yeah.
Wow.
Enemy ships approaching. On an attack vector.
Well, I got to remember to bring my projector.
We can talk about all that stuff too. Oh yeah,
It's supposed to be.
Well, otherwise,
I know for a fact that it's bright enough to be seen.
All right, I'm going to go to Gamma.
Okay, I'll go to Gamma with you after we get the things set up here.
I'm going to Alpha. Elfie.
I love how hard this ship hits now.
I'll take a backdrop with, and if we decide we want to do a projector, what do we need for a backdrop for a projector?
Just a white screen or a dark screen. I don't think it really matters what color it is.
I'll still bring a monitor just in case it doesn't work out right.
I mean, I'll bring my laptop and everything, but yeah,
I'll bring a laptop to show videos. It's not going to be gameplay. It's just going to be videos.
Yeah.
I'm down here to help you, Blossom.
Yay!
Yay!
Picking up multiple enemy signals on sensors. Get ready.
Where are they? What side are they?
Come to me.
Gosh darn it.
What?
The Mokai.
They did that to me, and then one of their ships hit me with a tractor beam, and I stopped.
Yeah, but
Freaking annoying as hell.
yes, they are. So now that the anniversary is over, now that my life is sort of calming down, sort of.
You're not supposed to say it out loud. You're just going to get more complicated.
Figure I can upgrade some of my ships. Yes, dear, Mom hears you. And start turning one into something a little bit more DPS-ish. Well, fine, be that way. See if I care.
She cares very much.
Stupid Mokai. What, they don't have uniforms for sale? Why am I going to this place if they don't have uniforms for sale?
Because it's for people that don't know what Amazon is?
Yeah, but the Amazon... I mean, if I'm going to go to Amazon, I might as well just build my own. Thought the whole point was they had Federation stuff for sale. Hey, there we go. We could make costumes for them.
Okay, so the store itself does, just not on their website.
Oh, that's fine. I don't know if I'll have time between now and convention to find my old uniform, and it was getting a bit tight, shall we say. But I do have the pattern somewhere. Well, we will have to see if there's any hotels in Sandusky or thereabouts.
I was thinking, and this was just kind of a pie in the sky idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 2 extra hours if I go to Indianapolis,
Yes.
as opposed to driving from Indianapolis to Philly in one shot.
Okay.
So I didn't know whether it might be a good idea to carpool it.
We certainly can. I'm going to rent a car, so can certainly get a car big enough for it. And then you can leave your car here.
I didn't know how you felt about that, but I figured that would be something to bring up.
Well, let me tell you the one story I have that's negative for carpooling, which is when I carpooled with a fellow student to go to a martial arts convention in Little Rock, or near Little Rock, technically Branson. And I thought, okay, it's a 12-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take one day to get down there, or close to that, and 2 days to come back. I forgot why we need... Oh, because we're going to stay late the second day. So I took like 15 CDs of music and books and stuff like that because, this is a person I know. We can just be content and listen to some music and listen to the stuff. Not only did I not put on a single CD I brought with me, she did not shut up the entire trip.
So you're saying you forgot the duct tape?
Pretty much.
Well, while you were at Little Rock, did you ever check out the big one?
The only thing I did in Little Rock was I got down there, I got the crap beaten out of me for 9 hours, went to dinner with my instructor, went back to class the next day for another 9 hours of getting the crap beaten out of me, and started the trip home. I'm there for a specific person. Specific purpose.
Which route did you take going in and out of them?
I'd have to go look.
Well, see, because like the whole Little Rock thing is like there's actually a rather large monolith, like a chunk of stone across the river from it.
Oh wow!
And that was the reason it was called Little Rock is because on this side there's a small pile of stone. On the
there's
other
a
side
Little Rock here. There's a big rock there. Nope, I was there strictly to do a martial arts class, and we arrived late the night before, left late after the second day of class.
I mean, I'm trying to remember which side of town it is, but if you came from the north, you probably didn't see it.
So on that 12-hour ride, I think it's pretty clear that I did almost the exact same thing with DT, and both ways, and we were fine.
That you did what?
That I was in the car with him for 10 hours one way to get him to and from. So I mean I'm used to that kind of a situation, and I don't think I would be party to it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I was way surprised to have this person who I'd known for that long just not shut up. And it's not like it was interesting conversation. It was about her food allergies and her son's food allergies. The whole trip. The whole trip.
I do have to wonder just how much she enjoyed talking about it.
Oh, she loved it. She was just having a fine time telling me all about that and then discussing her religious beliefs.
I sometimes have moments like that where it's just like something that I genuinely want to talk to people about. Just 99% of people I know are just completely uninterested in discussing that subject.
Well, the only other person I've gone on a long drive with is DT.
And I've experienced that.
DT's fun to ride with.
Yeah, he's fun.
And the lag has appeared.
Because it's not that I'm intentionally trying to be a bummer or anything. It's just sometimes conversations just naturally drift in that general direction.
Well, also bear in mind though that we are going to, if we drive together, it'll be 12 hours from Indy to...
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow, the jumping.
Wow, that's intense. So it'd be 10 to 12 hours in the car. And then we're probably sharing a place in Philadelphia, so non-stop seeing each other in Philadelphia. And then non-stop seeing each other at the convention, but the convention's only 3 days. So it's not like Vegas where you're there for 6 or 7 days. And by day 7, you feel legally and morally required to shoot the other person.
Yes.
Just shut up, leave me alone.
I hope you don't think I'm that kind of person.
I don't think we've had to deal with that, so... I mean, there are some people that I have absolutely no issues with spending that much time with. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to rent a car. No, I'm not going to do an EV.
That's not a smart idea anyway.
To be honest, what I've heard about electric vehicles is that using them long range is viable if you have a properly planned route.
Exactly.
If you have a bunch of rest stops where you can have planned stops to recharge the vehicle at carefully metered intervals, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, you're screwed.
Yeah, my bosses have EVs, and they go to and from Chicago, which is 200 miles at worst. And it has to be carefully planned, especially if they have any quantity of stuff in the car, because that obviously adds to the amount of energy it just sucks up. So the general rule is Chicago to Fair Oaks, if you know where Fair Oaks is, which most people don't, but it's a good stop, and there's a recharging station there. But then you got to plan on having an hour layover in Fair Oaks.
One of the people that I talked to about that in the past, their basic premise they would go with was plan to make it so each of the recharging stops is when you sit down and eat lunch or something. So that you aren't just staring at the car waiting for it to charge fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, knowing what I know about the NTSB, by 2025, there's going to be like 50% more charging stations out there.
There are more and more, but it still takes time. So going
there's also the thing with that is while they do want to up the number of charging stations, there's issues with upping the number of charging stations. Is because some places don't have charging stations because they don't have a power grid that can support them.
There's that as potential. We have a charging station in our parking lot at work, which is available to all of us, but we've had people just come up and start using it. Because somehow we got onto a website that said, oh, we're a free charging site.
And you're not.
No. I have to go out and explain it to them nicely at first, and then not nicely. Then no, I don't care what your website says. It's not a free station.
That was serious rubber banding.
That was really bad.
That's the other issue, though, is that having, one charging station every 50 miles sounds like a nice idea. Thing is, how many electric vehicles can actually charge at it at one time?
It depends on the station, but usually one per.
That's the other problem. That if usage of electrical vehicles goes up, then demand for more capacity at charging stations will also go up.
Yeah.
Yep. The location we hit when I've got my appointments in Columbus has 6 charging things all grouped together. And the University of Ohio Medical Center has a section of their parking garage that has the electric charging in it now, too.
Yeah, so where I go to class in Bloomington, the train station has a multi-layer parking garage, and every level has 12 charging stations, which are included in your parking fee.
Disney Springs doesn't have any charging ports at all on property, which I find very strange, but I think they're taking a stance against them. I mean, they might be at like the hotels, but they're definitely not in the common areas. I found that very interesting. Because Universal Studios is like, there's got to be 120 of them.
Yeah.
On property.
I've actually seen places do metered ones, it's the side of the parking lot where you have this little thing you can swipe a card on and then hook it up almost like a gas pump.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly how it works around here for the ones at the gas stations.
To see a movie 2 weeks ago, and there were none on the first, second, and third levels. And it's a big garage too. Maybe they have one that caters to them, but I haven't seen them anywhere.
Interesting. I'm seeing them here more and more and more and more.
Yeah, like I said, freaking Universal Studios is all about embracing it. But
the thing you were saying about having a corporate one, one thing that I've seen them do is give the people who are using it for corporate reasons.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's technically a publicly accessible charging station.
Yeah.
But it has a meter, and the people who have the corporate thing will actually just use a special corporate card to access it and not use a regular bank card.
Yeah, I can see that.
But this is akin to the way that a lot of those corporate entities will do gasoline
yeah, exactly.
purchases.
Sure. We do it the easier way. We just give everybody a corporate credit card for when they're traveling. Here, just use this if you can. If you can't, let us know. Use your own. We'll pay you back. Which was fun today when somebody submitted their hotel bill for $4,000, and I'm like, excuse me?
I honestly believe that, although it depends on the circumstances whether that's considered reasonable.
Not my job to question it. My job to just reimburse them.
I personally did on one occasion actually rack up a hotel bill of that size.
Oh yeah, I have too, but it takes me a while. And for all I know, this could be for an upcoming convention, and they prepaid it for everybody who's going.
Well, the case where I had that happen to me, I was donating, I forget exactly what it was. Stem cells, I think it was.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Well, see, because like they flew me out to Washington D.C. Because that's where they're having the facility for that.
Okay.
Gave me some stuff to prep me so that it would be, ready.
I'm not as raw, by the way.
When I got in, and then I spent several days in some extra swanky hotel.
Oh.
It's the sort of place that I would never personally book, but they booked it for me, and they're paying for it, so I'm not going to worry about how much it costs.
Nice. So did they do a bone marrow harvest or a stem cell harvest?
Stem cell.
So you just got the needles in the arm ones?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's the easier way to do it.
It's this really weird procedure because of the fact that they wrap you in blankets prior to starting the procedure.
Yeah, because that anticoagulant dextrose A drives your temperature way down. It's cold, plus the fact is you're getting a ton of cold fluid, even if it's room temperature. Did I ever tell you?
Yeah, that's what I was going to get at, is that whether the stuff that they give you naturally drops your body temperature,
it does.
The recirculated fluid is not body temperature.
That's absolutely true. Did I ever tell you that I worked for the stem cell donor room at the University of Chicago for 7 years? And that's what I did every single day.
I'm not sure that was one of them, but
yeah, no, I did absolute tons of stem cell donation harvests. And so much easier than doing bone marrow harvest, and so much less pain. It's just tedious, and the worst part is if you've got somebody with an count even after being stimulated, they're going to be sitting there for 8 hours, and they really need to go use the bathroom at some point. Yep.
Well, when I did it, they started off by telling me to make sure to use the bathroom and try not to drink too much fluid while laying on the table.
Yep. Absolutely, because they're going to give you fluid back, a ton of it. You're going to be sitting there a long time, and ACDA makes you shiver, which doesn't help. All the fluids are cold, which doesn't help. And try as you might, they're going to give you fluid back. About a liter.
And then I was more or less sick for the next month.
Really?
I'm not sure exactly what it was. It was something that was just making me sweat profusely and feel feverish and ill and what have you.
That had to be whatever they were using to stimulate the pluripotential cell growth.
Yeah. Well, for the next month after the procedure, I was just
Yep. I've heard of that with bone marrow harvest. I hadn't heard of it with the stem cells, but everybody's different. It makes sense because they're making your body basically go into overdrive to make all that. And then, once they're harvested, your body's like, hey, where's our stem cells? So you keep making them like crazy for a while.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if maybe they scratched my name off the list of people they wanted to call about that, because I never had anyone from that organization talk to me ever again.
No,
after telling them I had that reaction after the procedure.
Well, actually, almost never will get called twice. Almost never.
Well, yeah. From what I heard, that's one of those things. It's like unless they're like desperate or something, because it's one of those things where it does put a severe strain on your body.
Yes, it does.
They kind of sort of expect to kill you if you do it too many times.
Yep. At some point, your body will go, yeah, we're done. Not going to make any more. We are done making stem cells for any reason. So, yeah, once is enough. But we would have directed donations where a family member or somebody who is a dead match for somebody come in and do a donation for them. But there's also something called an autologous bone marrow or stem cell donation, where you give that med to somebody, usually a cancer patient, create a huge number of stem cells, as much as you can, collect them, freeze them, and then you give them massive radiation and chemo, which kills all of their bone marrow. Give them a couple of days to recuperate in as close to a sterile surrounding as you can, and then reinfuse and cross your fingers and hope it works.
I've actually heard of that being done with blood transfusions too, because
All
certain medical procedures, you can plan ahead of time far enough that the person who's going to be doing the procedure can donate blood and put it in storage.
Absolutely.
So that when the procedure is done, you can just pump their own blood back into them.
Exactly. It's called an autologous donation. And it can only be used for that patient. It cannot be used for anybody else under any circumstances. It's one reason if you've got certain diseases, you couldn't donate, like hematoma a couple other ones that if you gave it to somebody else could kill them, but you already got it. But even so, you can't do it with like HIV positive, though you might be able to these days, but still probably not. And any of the hepatitises. Because reinfecting somebody who's got absolutely no immune system left is probably a bad idea.
So I had an experience where I got my 5-gallon patch from the American Red Cross.
Ooh.
There were all sorts of
nice
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved out of areas that covered the American Red Cross.
Mm-hmm.
And because I served in Germany and I got a waiver and everything like that for 6 months.
Yeah.
According to the people down here called One Blood,
Yep.
I'm not eligible to ever give blood again.
Even
though I showed them my 5-gallon patch. They didn't care.
Certain places in the U.S. Will tell me that I'm not allowed to donate blood either. Most notably, the American Red Cross. Why? Because of the fact that I was in Germany in the year 2000, and they have decided that anyone who was in Germany in that year is an unacceptable risk of what's this stuff called? Mad cow disease.
Yeah, it's actually Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, CJD. It is a bovine spongiform encephalopathy that can potentially be transmitted by eating any meat that has been contaminated. The problem is it's really not that well known as to why it goes on. However, let's see.
Well,
Okay.
I had a discussion with one of them once. Like, okay, so it's been 20 years, right? Wouldn't you expect it to have, affected me if it was going to?
Right. Okay, currently you're eligible. Looking at the new one.
I know I'm eligible under the American Red Cross criteria, but I'm not eligible under the One Blood criteria.
Well, technically they're supposed to follow the FDA regulations, which is what this all comes from. You can make yours more restrictive if you want to, though. You can't make them less restrictive. But this is as of 2020. They dropped the European issues, at least for a large amount of it. Let's see if Germany's...
Because in most cases, their medical hygiene is better than the United States. I think that could be a large part of it.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said the medical hygiene in Europe is, in many cases, better than that of the United States at this point.
Yes, but the issue is that in England, CJD was a huge issue, and vertical transmission in English cows was considered to be one of the highest risk areas in the world. So if you'd spent more than 6 months in England, you were considered to be a permanent deferral. That has changed now.
I was Germany.
Yeah, that's basically what they told me when I talked to the American Red Cross people about blood donations after I came back from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, you were in Germany when mad cow disease was going around. Sorry, you are unavailable. And that was basically all they would tell me about it. Like, hey.
Yeah, I was over there a lot, but we figured out at no point was I there for cumulative travel time over there in excess of the limitations, but it was getting really borderline by the time I got back from my last trip. It was like 5 months and 6 days or something, and it's a 6-month restriction. Good to know that I can still do that. Interestingly, no restrictions on donating plasma. They never asked me once where I've traveled. And
it's like the Red Cross is actually willing to let me donate plasma, just not whole blood.
Yes, but I don't donate plasma. I sell my plasma. It's currently $900 a month for selling your plasma. That's for 8 donations. And
wow, okay.
Yeah.
That is... What the... Okay, that is weird. I just had multiple lag spikes where I would... on ground, where I just, like, got shifted across the map and then suddenly had a truckload of damage applied to me.
Yep, that's been happening. Let's see if that gets fixed tomorrow. But yes, if you guys want to talk blood banking, I love blood banking.
You're using a build that doesn't normally have difficulty soloing a lane, and all of a sudden that happened to me and I got KO'd.
Yeah, I've been seeing it happen. I rubber banded backwards through a wall on Earth space dock, which all I can think of is that must have hurt.
One thing that's a real annoyance is that it doesn't seem to give you the proper tool tips for where to place the crystals when you are repositioning them after they got destroyed.
Yeah, it's very vague. I mean, if you know where they are, that's great. If you don't, it's not going to happen. Would anybody like to do Operation Riposte? Riposte, yes.
I'm more than happy to do it.
Well, you're still teamed with me. Rachel, do you need to do Operation Riposte?
I thought it was important enough to ask again.
Well, you said you were enrolled, so I went ahead and invited you.
Yeah, I know.
You were important.
Thought I wasn't sure that you weren't.
You're
yelling at me.
Rachel is not interested, or you did not do it? Or you did do it? Yes, I want to do it. No, I do not want to do it. She did it this morning. Okay. Anybody else out there need to do it? Dante, if he...
Yeah, I haven't done it, but I'm still in the group.
Yep, you're still in the group. Dante said he will try and join us a little bit later to do it. Marhawkman, do you want to join us?
I'm currently on Pablo, so...
Okay, no worries. Do you want us to wait a few minutes and you can join us then? Have you done it yet?
Well, we're not that close to the end on this one, so...
Okay.
Because I
find excuses. I see it.
The people who weren't soloing a lane could finish their lane, and now I just got to the end part of the lane I was trying to solo.
Yari joined us this morning, and of course I've been thinking about Ed all day as a result, and he loved Pavo Ground. That was one of his favorite things, and
it is one of my favorite new maps.
Yeah, by the end he's like, I'll just cover these 2 lanes. I'll do one, then the other, and the 4 of you can go do the other one.
Like this build I'm currently using is actually by a Dark Jedi build.
Ah.
because like it's the character I made a really really long time ago as my third character, who I created because I decided I wanted to play a Vorta. Because when I was looking through all of the trait options the first time I created a character, I noticed that telekinesis was an option. So I decided to create a Vorta character because Vorta are one of the few telekinetic races in Star Trek.
Cool. Well, it looks like it's just us, so I'll go ahead and cue this up. Ooh, Cliff is eating dinner. So what's for dinner, Cliff? We are queued for Operation Riposte. Maybe. No, we are not. Now we are queued for Operation Riposte, or we will be in a moment.
Okay, well, now to go to Region 6 and figure out what is your malfunction, because I know I saw 2 people run into Region 6, and that's why I didn't go that way earlier. Apparently it was the people who did Region 2 that just showed up to help me finish off Region 4.
Well, they probably died, started running back up the lane, forgot which lane they were in, and wound up in your lane.
Well, see, I actually did have one case yesterday where someone, when they got to the final step, just forgot to place one of the crystals.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that happens so often. So I decided to do a light variant of my quinoa and chicken casserole for dinner today because I had leftover quinoa and leftover chicken.
I made bolognese from scratch.
I did pasta with store-bought meatballs and store-bought tomato sauce because it was in the freezer and in the fridge, and I'm slowly trying to get all that stuff out of there.
I'm trying to
2 weeks to finish it.
My family from eating fast food as often as they do.
Yes.
And so I'm pulling out my my cooking chops and making food they'll actually eat, and it's a little annoying that I feel I have to do that.
No.
Because it takes like twice as long as it would normally, but at least better quality food.
You know what? I just realized something that just never occurred to me before.
What?
You know how when you beam down to Pavo, the starting thing has you purify a large crystal cluster underneath the giant crystal tree?
Yeah.
That large crystal cluster gets removed from the map afterwards.
Huh. Interesting. I hadn't noticed that. Now I'll have to go notice that. It's interesting. Oh, there we go. Weeboo?
Weeboo.
Yep.
Weeboo.
I'm thinking about bringing some of my chili pressed pasta.
Chili pressed pasta?
Yeah.
What's chili pressed pasta?
For a little bit of chili oil and with your pasta mix.
Oh.
And then when you when you grind it, it's quite tasty.
Might have to try that for our Klingon Gach recipe that we're making. Because I'm going to make a standard assassin's pasta. But it'd be interesting to make it with a chili pasta to start.
I don't like traditional semolina. I think it's gross, but
I do not make traditional semolina. I can't get it finely ground, and what it winds up tasting like is cornmeal.
See, one thing that one of my relatives explained to me is that the concept of pasta requires you to use specific ingredients, because most food items just don't work that way.
Yes.
But her second thing with that is that while most food items don't work that way, taking pasta dishes and removing the pasta from them and putting other things in is actually surprisingly easy. It just doesn't, have noodles in it when you're done.
Give me an example, because I'm not quite sure what you mean by that.
Well, like spaghetti and meatballs, for example.
Yes.
You can take the spaghetti sauce and the meatballs and put them on top of something that is more akin to French fries.
Oh yeah,
And it's, nice, tasty food.
killer on top of French fries. I took my meatballs and sauce from dinner the other night, threw it on some garlic bread with a little fresh mozzarella, grilled it up.
Ooh. Okay. The bosses just finally spawned in Pavo.
And they're still alive?
They got dropped before they finished their opening dialogue.
It is on normal, but even on advanced and elite, they don't last very long.
Well, I mean, I was waiting to hit them with literally everything I got, and this is a build that, well, let's just say that I focus on exotic damage on the ground, and I hit them with all of it.
I have a build set up for ground, and I know Pavo, if you're playing it on advanced, 3 minutes, 15 seconds, move down there, get your stuff set up, because they're going to pop there in just a moment. And it's just enough time to get down there, and boom, they're gone. Pest.
Yeah, and on this run, I just completely smoked them. Well, I mean, I had help, but you get the idea.
Yeah, they did not last long.
Do we have somebody fast enough to take out the missiles?
Yeah, I can take out the missiles.
Okay.
The ship's reasonably
either way.
fast. Okay. Let's see. Lexer says I need to run 5 more Omega Collection missions so that my 3 accounts are all set for a last dill boost tomorrow around noon.
Oh, you guys gonna do the Borg thing?
We can, sure. I like the Borg thing.
Oh, what? I was spamming Nanite Health Monitor the entire time during that TFO, and I somehow only ended up with 800 points of heal health rep.
Maybe you weren't taking very much?
I got KO'd it.
Zenith 3 has lost shields.
Well, I had Nanite Health Monitor up, allegedly. Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah.
Good evening, Mr. Dave. I saw that you were on.
To be honest, though, I think what happened was that I got hit with a grenade that I couldn't see because of a lag spike.
Yeah.
And that's what KO'd me. If I remember right, Terrans will actually use photon grenades, and photon grenades will knock you when they hit you. And I think that's the reason why I got knocked flying.
Take them out for dinner? We've just met.
I mean, there's cards for that.
Alright, I can handle the stuff down here.
Yeah, so it's like, did you guys want to do a Battle of Wolf 359 when you're done with the current TFO?
Fine with doing that. I'm just hoping when the event is over, which is tomorrow, I believe, that they'll give us an advanced and elite version so we can have some fun with it.
Do you have any idea how excited Augie would be to attempt to get the cube to 0 on elite?
Yeah.
Has he done it yet on the current setting?
I know that it has been done. I don't know if Augie was part of that or
I
not.
thought he was part of one of them. Done. I know he got it super low if he didn't get it to 0, but I heard...
Oh, yes. One of the runs I saw Augie in, he was pummeling that thing and had it well below 20%.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen average
run,
teams take it to 20. So.
It was Augie doing it as like a pug. It wasn't a dedicated team of people. It was mostly just Augie pounding on it that time.
Two missiles just launched to transport Beta 1.
I really, really wish that there was more than one kit frame in the game that we could be engineered. Because it really, really warps the meta. Having several things you can't re-engineer, and only one that you can.
There is
Because
that.
let's face it, that's the main reason people like the Rise of Prey.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah.
The Starfleet Frontier kits are actually pretty interesting in terms of what they do, because it's just, it's like, we will automatically use a kit module for you when you use other things. Well, the one I'm currently using has 2 plus to K-perf stats, because finding one that has more than that will run you a ridiculous amount of money, if you can even find it.
Unless, of course, you just walk into it and look out, which happens weirdly.
They have like randomly assigned stats.
Yep.
And most of the time, those aren't good. In theory, you could get one that has K-perf X4 or something. It's just that finding one is just so
unlikely,
hard that good luck with it. I got one that has relevant stats. Like, okay, armor is not what most people look for, but it at least does something in combat. Portable shield generator, which, okay, it increases my shield hit points, which, again, not what people normally see as top priority, but it at least does something useful. And the rest is just kit and weapon. Now, weapon is one that a lot of people are like, oh, why are you doing that? That's not the best thing. Yeah, but this build, I hit the exotic damage abilities, and then while I'm waiting for my exotic damage abilities to recharge, I shoot.
I think I missed one.
I mean, I suppose I could try working MUDs into a rotation and maybe get it to a point where I could literally use the exotic damage abilities continually, but Why is your screen flashing red? It's like the same red flashing they normally do if you're like badly damaged or having a boarding party or shit.
Are you lagging and not getting damage to show?
No, I was looking at the stream
Mm-hmm.
of you flying around shooting missiles down. I thought I saw the red flashing effect.
Probably just from the missiles blowing up.
Yeah, I'm actually in orbit of Defera, waiting.
Crap, I missed one.
Beta 3 reports missile lock-on. The Cicada has been disabled.
Oh yeah. Another thing that goes into the whole like Jedi theme for this character. This is a character that has an OG nanopulse battle. I actually stopped using it after several years because they had the dual nanopulse mechless come out, and those those actually fit my combat style of this character better than the Batleth did. And of course, it's also a nanopulse weapon with a really, really cool looking energy. So yeah, it's like the whole like Jedi theme. Having 2 small lightsabers kind of sort of works for that.
The security forces Klingon transport vessel.
Oh yeah, as for the specific exotic damage, this is a science officer. Piezoelectric lattice, ball lightning, because whole force lightning thing.
Yep.
Anti-time entanglement field,
yes.
Which my logic for that one is that I'm basically using telekinesis to crush people. And then there's endothermic induction field, which I haven't really come up with a particularly solid logic for how that counts as a force power, but whatever.
Defend our transports as we withdraw.
And I'm using the Frontier Science frame, which has a 1 in 8 chance of creating an exothermic induction field whenever I use one of those either. Actually, technically it has a chance of doing that if I use a nanite health monitor too, I guess.
Klingon transport disabled. Tractor back to the start. Got a tracker beam on that transport. Good. Going back.
Get 'em, boys. So here I am dragging the Klingon transport around through all the fire.
Klingon transport.
Neutralize them. Get them half to death.
Well, one of the things with this
Scenic route.
particular TFO you're doing is that certain builds will just vaporize the transports.
Yes, they will. Which isn't the goal.
Been secured.
It's kind of funny, but yeah,
Not for
it's
them.
something you want to avoid.
Klingon transport disabled. Tractor it back to our starting area.
Uh-oh. One of them escaped.
Gosh darn it.
Klingon
We're failures.
We are.
We should just all just commit suicide now.
Klingon transport's been
No,
secured.
no, 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 no.
No?
No, no. Then the Klingons win. They have a moral victory over us.
Loss isn't allowed.
Revengeance shall be mine.
You know, it probably says something about how little challenge my bridge officers have in away missions when one of my bridge officers has a stack of what I refer to as fake hypos that she hasn't used up yet because she doesn't feel the need to use hypos.
I started throwing all of the hypos into the fleet bank. And then as soon as there's a pile of like 20, just cash them in. Throw that money into the fleet bank. I think Pi was able to cash in like $13 million worth of stuff on Gerhard Prime, that fleet, recently. Because we had so much garbage sitting in there, and he just went in and cleaned it out, put it on the exchange. Got us some money. So it occurred to me, you know what we need to use that money that we have on the exchange, that we get and put into the fleet banks? We should be using that when we do a major upgrade, and you have to throw an X amount of EC. We should throw that in. We're not using it for anything else. It's not enough to buy a ship for somebody as a prize.
I mean, it would be nice if you had like a fleet bank repository for DC that you could actually pull from directly for stuff, but
Yeah, that would be a good move. Well, after we get this GoFundMe funded, that should be one of the things we put on there. Been trying to check and make sure it's perfectly legal to do what I want to do, and apparently it is.
oh yeah. Well, one of the things I was looking at is like on some of my characters, I have some very, very esoteric, heat of the moment things I threw together for character builds on my bridge officers.
Mm-hmm.
One of the ones I have on this character, I apparently re-engineered polyalloy weave armor. That's just like generic polyalloy armor. To have HPP times 3.
Okay.
I don't remember why. This is something either I found this armor and I was like, that's weird that it has that stat 3 times. Or I genuinely re-engineered it intentionally to give it that stat.
Oh, we got the 9 transports. There won't be anything else.
The thing is, though, HPP is actually one of those things that when it's useful, it can actually come in handy really, really well. Like, use Winter Wonderland. That is actually something that is amazingly useful in Use Winter Wonderland. But the people who are like, oh, I want to do maximum DPS, like, yes, well, maximum DPS and maximum survivability are mutually exclusive.
Yep. Come on, a car. 3, 2, 1, go.
Reading a new inbound contact. It's a dreadnought.
I'm a dreadnought. You're not a dreadnought.
No, I'm a dreadnought.
Well, I'm in a dreadnought, so
My
there.
favorite thing to do with a car is still to use a gravity well to force the entire Klingon ship to be crushed against its hull.
All vessels, disable that dreadnought.
That would be fun.
Like dropping a grav well targeted on a car and then just blowing the fleet up to make it chain breach on the car's dread.
Ooh. You're just mean.
I think I might have hit everybody in that cluster.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to be extra mean, you target a car with a grab well, and then you fire a torpedo spread of cobalt torpedoes. Because like the detonation thing, it's like when you have the enemies clustered together like that.
Mm-hmm.
The enemies clustered together by the gravity well.
I think I got him.
The tricobalt torpedoes will do their AoE, but since the enemies are clustered together like that, you'll hit multiple enemies with each torpedo.
That makes perfect sense.
Oh gosh.
Aw, Fifi, you are getting so fat, little dog.
Eventually, Doggy gets to the point where she rolls instead of walking.
Yeah, she is definitely chubbed out over this winter. It's been too difficult without having a yard to go play in. 10 days, but she doesn't know that. Bwahahaha. Okay. Mar Hockman, you said you wanted to do what? 359?
Yeah, Battle of Wolf 359.
Okie doke. Haha, there's a DT here. Hi, DT.
Holy crap. He does exist.
But he's silent.
He's been.
You know, in Soviet stream, DT, you do not get visited by DT. DT visits you.
Isn't that the same thing?
Pretty much.
Hi, DT. I was thinking about you today, too.
Now, see how my Vanguard support character works when I have that visual effect applied to make me look like a TOS ship. Or one of the Wolf 359 ships.
It's still going to function.
You get the wingmen, and they're not disguised.
Well, see, what I find to be amusing here, though, is that the hitbox this ship normally has is massive.
Oof.
The disguised ships are tiny compared to the hitbox this ship normally has.
Oh yeah, because you're flying the giant Dorito, aren't you?
Well, it's the one
It's
that looks
not a
kind of
Dorito,
like a
it's a
batarang.
tortilla chip.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Like the Jim Hadar support carrier thing.
Yeah. I call it the giant Dorito. And then the fancy
Jimitar don't believe in support.
the little I think the tier 6 Lucari ship is the little Dorito.
It is the little Dorito.
Yeah. The Lucari one is the one I most often hear referred to as a Dorito.
Or a speakerphone.
It is the speakerphone, too. Yes.
Because I remember you saying that many times, Mom.
Oh, yes.
Many, many times.
Yes, indeed.
Kind of like that one Sona ship still gets called a boomerang.
Yes.
It got called a boomerang before it got added to the game, too.
Yes. Oh, because it was. Holy crud, DT. There's only a few cheap flights to Las Vegas at the right time. When do I need to be there?
I believe the actual ceremony will be the 31st.
Okay, did we want to do anything the night before?
Of course we want a party before. Yeah, we do.
Okay, so I'll plan to go out on the 30th.
I'm telling you the days that we got a room set up already.
Oh, cool.
Technically it was gifted to us.
How sweet, how sweet.
It'll be at the Holiday Inn down there.
Okay.
And the dates are the 29th through the 5th.
Okay. Well, send me the days you need me to be there to do things with you, and I will make arrangements to be there.
Likewise, because I'm still going to do my best to be there.
Sweet.
Yeah, after all, we got Verd. Mrs. Verd will be down for the convention, too.
Yep.
At least that was the last time we...
Last time I heard from them, that was the plan, yes. 47 Alpha Tango will be around.
Yeah. We're going to have a party.
Yep. Okay.
Of all the various ships that I've put the Platinum Vanity Shield on, I think I like it best on this Jim Hadar ship.
Bad Gamer 48. Can I show you the loadout on that ship when able, please? If you mean this is what it is. It's an AP build. And I think it's all Herald AP for the most part. DT, this is my the AP build that we kind of worked on originally. But
yeah, I just jumped in to look at it now. So
yeah, we haven't done a lot with this one. It's just a T6X. It's not a T62X.
X2.
That thing.
Yeah. It's not even the fleet version, so yeah.
No, it's got a lot of room to grow, but it's now that I got through all the Omegas, 10 days to get the house.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting question. How does the X upgrade system work with fleet variants again?
I have no idea.
Same way.
Oh.
So am I correct in thinking that it's kind of like the thing that they had with T5UF, where the upgrade token applies separately to the fleet version and the non-fleet version?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know because I'm flying the fleet Gagarin.
Oh.
I have never bothered buying any fleet variants of anything.
I have a few things.
Gagarin, the extra console is a nice thing.
I have enough legendary ships that I fly nowadays that I don't need it on those. And event ships often don't have fleet versions. I think there's one event ship ever that actually...
Rycian Corvette.
Oh, Rycian Corvettes are nice.
Oh, yeah. You get the pilot version as the fleet.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. It's like, did you catch what Bordicus said about how they added interiors to that one Rycian ship?
No, I didn't hear that. When was that?
Okay. Several years back, when they were doing the actual Rysa ships, and before they switched to doing the Borgon ships, they made it so that one of the Rycian ships had the ability to do either Federation or KDF interiors, depending on which faction you were.
That's cool.
Did you ever hear what Bordicus said about how they made that work under the hood?
No.
Technically, there's two of them.
Well, that makes a lot more sense. DT, do you want to join us for a little...
They just clone the ship. One Fed, one KDF. One uses Fed interiors, one uses KDF interiors. Otherwise, exactly the same.
DT, I sent you an invitation. We need to do the anniversary event stuff.
Okay.
Do we have a preference on 359 or Guillotine?
Oh, I wanted to do 359.
Okay, 359.
I tend to like Guillotine personally, but that's...
We could do them both.
We could.
We could. So
359 and the whole holographic disguise mechanic does so many funky things.
At least it lets you fire your own weapons for a switch. So, Bad Gamer, did you have any questions about that loadout? The way that build's set up?
Saucer separation is hilarious in 359 because of the fact that several of the ships actually do animate saucer separation properly. Wee-woo. Even though they aren't designed to be able to use saucer separation, they actually animate it properly and do in fact create a saucer separation pet that flies around, even though it doesn't have any visible model. It even unlocks the whole shotgun spinal lance thing on the Galaxy X.
What do you want, little one?
Oh yeah, here's one for you. Notice how there's on the screen that the red shield visual popping up. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's the Bone Stealth.
Oh, sure.
It's the NPC ship that you see on the left side right there.
Yep, I see it.
It's like the Borg cube aggroes onto it while it's in the cutscene before it even has finished spawning.
Hey, Bad Gamer, if there's anything I can help you get, let me know. Feel free to ask. Ask and you might receive.
Okay, so this Borg cube only has a little over 8 million hit points. Okay, how I can figure that out? It's like target the bone stele and then hover the mouse pointer over the Borg cube, which the bone still has as its designated target. And it'll let you read the hit points of the Borg cube if you hover it in the right spot.
When we get to the point where we're just attacking the cube, it'll show you too.
Oh, I know that, but like it's something that you can do right now while you're staring at the briefing that's otherwise boring.
Boring?
Oh, that's interesting.
Bad Gamer, we can come back to that after we're done here and talk about it.
When I launched my hangar pets, they actually just like appeared out of midair underneath my ship.
Von Marcus is taking the front. I will go for the back. If somebody wants to sit on top.
I'm going to
do
hit
top.
Whatever.
Okay, you go get top.
I'll just go to the
I'll
back.
do something. I like to park on one of the sides because of the fact that there's a specific area that the ships like to spawn in for the part where you have the pods to rescue, and you can just like park and shoot in the right location. It'll just automatically do those.
Hey, Bad Gamer, a lot of the consoles I've got are because I've been playing it for a long time.
There's nothing left to attack up top.
There's
Nothing to attack on the side.
Nothing to attack.
No,
Yeah, I wiped this side clean.
Oh yeah, same here.
This is the hood. We're moving to attack speed now. Please, this is the road. Moving into support.
Grosabo, how are you doing?
Been better, been worse.
Okay.
Well, it's nice to be in the middle.
I have tractor beam. Guess what you're getting in your face?
Tractor beams?
Plasma torpedoes.
Ah.
I really love that trade off the legendary to Daradex.
Of course, the real question here as we watch this, why are we getting a modern ship out of lower decks?
Shh, 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 shh. You're not supposed to read that far in the text. Don't read ahead in the text. Ah! Wrong button.
Oh, I'm just barely outside the area. Oh, and the zap took me with the tractor beam to keep me from getting into the...
Dagnabbit, I hate this. Can't get in close enough to pick up that one tractor beam. There we go. Or one escape pod.
Making him very upset with me.
Get your butt over here. Stop tractoring my escape pods.
My escape pods.
My escape pod, not your escape pod, Mr. Borg. I need my 72. I still think when we go to Elite, there should be an extra prize if you save the one escape pod from the Constance. It would be the Liam Shaw.
Oh, that was a really slow one. There was a Picard reference in here.
About the Constance?
I think so.
Yeah. I know. I just was watching that
There's
scene.
a Cisco and DS9 reference.
Yep. There's so many canonical references in here.
Well. About Shaw, I think, is in here too.
Yep.
I don't remember exactly. They're really not happy with me.
I got splatted.
Don't get splatted. That's a very bad thing. Getting splatted is
That's
not good.
why. One of the simulation probes escaped the top and parked behind me.
Oh,
where I couldn't
yeah, no,
see
don't
it.
let them do that.
Yes, what Augie jokingly
It's an
refers to
id.
as the Borg's greatest weapon, warp core breaching in your face.
Yeah. Hi, Ed.
Oh, this is hilarious. It's like my ship keeps having my shield visual flicker in and out of existence.
So, according to some people around the Star Trek sphere,
Yes.
Shaw is very much Spock dead.
Meaning not dead.
Meaning that if Legacy goes to series, he will return.
Terry Metallis says Legacy is not going to go to series at this time.
Yes, but that's
This time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the real,
We
and the
currently
real,
have,
and the real.
have no plans on making a series about this.
Yeah, but that's like Nintendo saying they don't have a new console in the works. They keep their cards close to their chest. And analysts know...
Of course, given Paramount's financial troubles...
Yeah, that's a bigger issue, I think, at the moment.
Oh, yeah, but, that doesn't mean, it was shown that, what's the one we're looking for? The company that owns Peacock and NBC is interested in.
Really?
Yeah.
I just don't understand, because Star Trek has always been a cash cow. It's like, why would they limit it now?
Because you have to have cash to put in.
Because you have to have the cash, and it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because Hollywood is dying of cancer on the inside, and the problem is that they're bleeding money. I mean, there's only so much money they can bleed.
If you don't make more than you did last year, you're a failure.
Yes.
Well, it's not so much that. It's like you just need to make more than the amount that people gave you in order to make the project.
Yeah, but if you don't continue to show increasing profits year after year, right?
You fail.
You fail. And not to bring Nintendo back to this, but
38, 37,
not everybody
35,
can be Disney
35.
and Nickelodeon. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Nintendo.
34,
It hit 32 once.
32.
32.
Yep, all 32 in there.
And I just fired some more heavy plasma torpedoes at it.
31.
31.
Might have a little bit of firepower issues.
But yeah, if Star Trek changes hands in the next 3 years,
Which it probably will.
We missed 4 of the life pods.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever Legacy turns out to be will happen.
I think Legacy's going to happen. It's just not going to happen right now.
Yeah. It's kind of like...
I can see half of them.
It's kind of like had Quantum Leap come back 25 years ago, it would have been a completely different show than it is today.
Yeah.
And it's a fantastic show.
It was hard for me to stay with it. When they hit that hiatus, they just...
Let me get off topic here and go over to Bad Gamer for a moment. So Bad Gamer, what I'm running with here is Lorca's Custom, which is a Reputation. Hull image refractors, that's off of a ship, right? Or is that... No, that's a lockbox.
That was lockbox, yeah,
Okay.
image refractors.
Temporal Anomaly Projector, I'm just using that for the additional AP damage. There's a lot of ways around that, but it was easy enough. Aligned AP Shielding, again, extra AP damage. Reiterative Structural Capacitor, it's off a ship, right? But I think it's off an event ship.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's off an event ship.
Wait, no. Actually, reiterative structural capacitor.
Actually, it was an event item. Yeah.
Okay. Domino is from... Is it a Bajoran ship? The Bajoran Interceptor. It's one of the better ones. If you ever get the Epic Phoenix token, it's a good use for it. Pick up the Bajoran Interceptor just to get that.
The Interceptor was a ship that they did in an event. Just
back in the day, it was a Bajoran event.
Quite a while ago.
Yeah,
but you're not going to be. But you couldn't get it now unless you do it at Epic Phoenix.
Yeah, it's Epic Phoenix now.
I do recall that the devs did that whole.
No, they did it in Mud's Market as well, because that's where.
Yeah,
they
have actually been giving people the ability to get them as account unlocks.
Sweet. Computer-assisted flight algorithms. Yeah.
Lockbox.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd go out of my way to get that one. The one that I found was really helpful is the Crystalline Absorptive Matrix, and that is... I know it was the event, way back in the day.
That's in Muds, I believe.
Is it now?
So the question I have to ask them, Mom, is...
It might be Phoenix, so I can't remember off the top
Domino
of my head.
only benefits Phaser, so why do you have it on an AP build?
Because Domino gives you a firing cycle haste.
Yeah, which
Yep.
The firing cycle haste on that is pretty intense.
Plus 25% bonus to all damage, and
But
plus
so does
25%
the
recharge
Trilithium.
speed.
So if you're going to do that, then use 2 pieces from the Trilithium set. You get a plus 10 bonus with that.
But you're getting plus 25 across the board with Domino.
I know. I'm just saying that the Trilithium should.
So you think that 10% is better than 2?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you could put that in there and not disparage the build at all.
Trilithium doesn't always stack.
the thing with Trilithium, don't you need 2 pieces of it?
Yeah, you need
Yeah, and thinking of it this way, this only takes up 1 slot.
I mean, if you're going to use both, cool. But,
I don't know if that gives me that much. Ooh. Smedley has given us a following. Thank you, Smedley.
Thank you for the follow.
So the other one's Crystalline Absorptive, which is strictly for the AP, which is really nice, and then Opening Salvo. Yep. I just like Opening Salvo.
Oh, if you guys still
want to strip their shields,
a guillotine, I'm down for that, actually.
Yeah, but we're going to run a guillotine.
I just realized that I had a repair hull space endeavor that I'm at 136,000 of 150. So, yeah.
And if Shimon was really just wanting to worry about AP, she could always have gone with the Ancient War Core and things like that, but...
One thing that I always found to be amusing, and it's something that people very, very quickly have started to ignore, is the old Obelisk Warp Core.
Oh, yeah. I've got that on.
Yeah, that's why I meant the Obelisk Warp Core. It's
like it has a set bonus that gives you bonus anti-proton damage.
Yeah, you have to have the Ancient Anti-Proton, the Warp Core, or the Shields. Or
like the Ancient Anti-Proton is an Omni Beam anyways, and it's like practically free. So if you're running Anti-Proton, why not have it?
Have I got my Ancient on here? Yeah, I've got it on here. I can switch out that Warp Core and see how that affects it.
I'm using the Protostar.
Of course, my Warp Core is 15, so we're good. Just not epic. So, Bad Gamer, I'm not like a lot of people who have the time and or energy and or money to buy a bunch of ships, so a lot of this is I just grind through the events. A lot.
Are you going to be on tomorrow morning, Mom?
Tomorrow morning, yes, that is the plan.
After I figured out how to go around in the game and look to see which other players have LTS, I came to realize that there is a lot of people who buy LTS for this game.
Oh, yeah.
In case people who are watching the stream want to know how to check to see if someone has LTS, it's actually very simple. You hover on them, look at their buff icons. One of them will say 700-day veteran if they're an LTS player.
Oh, that's what that icon is.
Not necessarily. Could have been like Mom and then from the beginning and have an LTS by that point.
Okay. Technically, that's true. You will have the 700-day veteran status if you were subscribed for 700 days at any point on your account using the month-by-month subscription model.
You could also sit outside the nebula at our space dock and just watch them go to the captain's table.
Yeah.
If they actually bother with that. I mean, it does technically count.
I don't think I've ever been there.
But that's like one of the most empty social zones in the game.
Yeah.
It is a really, really cool social zone because it uses the same art style as old ESD.
I found something on ESD in the instance I'm in.
Oh, no.
It's an Augie.
There you go.
Well, Augie is streaming right now.
Ah.
Yep.
Was streaming? Maybe he stopped.
What zone is he in?
17.
Do.
Sorry, just catching up on chat in... Oops, wrong thing. Boom, didn't mean to do that one. There we go.
Well, I was expecting them to do a 10 forward stream, but I guess not.
No, they did. Give me a second.
They did?
Yeah.
That was short. Go get warm, Von Marcus. Go get warm.
It's like I was watching in Twitch, and Twitch would normally give me a pop-up whenever Cryptic goes live.
Yeah, I thought I saw them go live a little bit ago. Not a little bit ago, but like maybe an hour or two.
I mean,
May have been really short.
Normally, it would be 6:30, and I don't remember seeing them one then.
Yeah, I don't get the notifications till the next day, which is not very convenient.
Well, what I was talking about is like when you're actually watching the like stream chat on Twitch.
Yeah.
Things that you're subscribed to.
Yeah.
Will have you like a fly-in pop up in the Twitch window above the chat.
Yeah.
Like a person went live. Do you want to switch to their live stream?
Yeah. Check out this Star Trek Online stream from 1 hour ago on Cryptic.
Yeah, I just see it here that they were on 1 hour ago, but it never popped up in my feed. Like I said, it'll show up tomorrow in my feed. Hi, Chosen. The event campaign must have started early on console. I don't know what the times are, but usually it's noonish around here.
I'm not sure.
I don't know if it's the same on console.
I don't pay attention to that stuff because I don't play on console, so I couldn't tell you when it was supposed to go live.
I kind of wish they would, if they're going to keep, consoles and PC segregated, to do the same with the social media.
Oh, did you ever find out the real reason why they had the chat server get disconnected?
No.
It's because of the fact that in order to make it work in a connected manner, they had to basically have everything running on the same server.
Okay.
And they had decided that they were no longer able to route everything through a single server for that purpose.
Yeah, Cryptic's chat servers used to be global, so you could be talking to someone on Champions or
right.
Neverwinter, or the console versions of STO. And yeah, it was like throwing people off, and the console people were starting to get a little trolly.
Well, that never happens.
See, here's the thing, though, is that at the time when they decided to make the change so that they weren't going to have everything on one server anymore was about the time when they were doing the spin-up for Magic Legends. Is it directly related to that? Well, I mean, they were anticipating that they would have a greatly increased chat server load if they had a fourth game, so it's easy to imagine that it was, but they never made any commentary publicly about the exact specifics of their reasoning.
Reality, they didn't really have to be honest.
We're in a commercial at the moment, that's why I'm not jumping into anything.
I'm just saying that, like, technically it's speculation as to why they axed the global chat thing, but, it's informed speculation, I suppose you could say.
Yeah. It's like, who here remembers the STO portal?
Oh,
the iOS app that was.
I do.
Yeah.
The one where you could look up someone else's build on a website.
Yeah.
And
basically, it's it was Neocom for
Yes.
EVE Online.
Yes.
For STO.
Here's the thing with that. It broke when Delta Rising came out and never worked properly after that.
Yeah. Because the people who could code for it left.
Yeah.
Also, it needed a drastic coding rework for Delta Rising, because one of the key features with the way it worked was
I'm stepping away for just a sec. I'll be right back.
showed what skills the currently equipped bridge officers knew, because prior to Delta Rising, teaching a bridge officer a new ability replaced one of the abilities that they previously had. So if you wanted a bridge officer to learn Torpedo Spread 3, you had to replace whatever else was in their lieutenant commander slot.
Yep.
And they would forget that ability.
Yep.
But when Delta Rising 3 came out, when they were adding specialization powers, they decided that they didn't want to do that anymore, because with specialization powers adding so many more abilities into the mix, it would be really, really painful to have to actually retrain your bridge officers like that.
Oh yeah, a lot of trading off officers, getting them trained, and then handing them back, and
and also the rare skills that still exist in the game that are really freaking hard to find.
Right, like player level NPC,
Got
bridge
a more
officer
Hawkman in there,
versions of. I think there's a few number 4s out there somewhere of certain powers.
No, not that I know of. But like, there are certain abilities that players cannot create skill manuals for, that you can only acquire the rank 3 version of by finding a bridge officer that just naturally knows it.
Yep. And either using them
then
or
there's
turning
the
them
ones
into a manual.
Where, let's see here, I'll give you an example. It's like, okay, if you look at the skill tree for players, look at the bottom there, at having, let's see here, 17 points placed into either engineering, science, or tactical in your captain skills thing, you will unlock the ability to train a manual thing. Here's the thing. These are all ranks 3 versions of skills, but 17 points is actually a pretty hefty expenditure, and it's actually impossible to get all 3 of those on a single character. But a lot of these are things that people don't really care about. Like, do you really want to have Aceton Beam 3? Well, Aceton Beam 3 and Viral Matrix, they are actually things that are pretty common to find on random bridge officers. So you probably don't really care about those. Torpedo Spread 3, however, unlocking that as a tactical officer is great, because now you can just give it to all of your tactical officers for a small fee. But, you know. But like, then there's for the science one though, Aux to Inertial Dampeners 3, Tychon's Rift 3, Beam Overload 3. Yeah, that's where the Beam Overload 3 training manuals come from, is a character who is a tactical officer who has spent at least 17 points in science power.
I actually made a tact officer who can make that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just like, some of those things I don't really. But those are skills that you wouldn't want to delete to teach a bridge officer a new ability. Back in the old days, that is actually part of the reason why I had over a dozen bridge officers, is that I would choose which bridge officer had the right skills for the build I was putting together, and just use that bridge officer for my build and switch out bridge officers if I wanted to change abilities. Yeah, well. But yeah, it's like adding that feature to the game meant that the portal would show you every skill that your bridge officers currently stationed on your ship knew. All of them. It did not tell you which ones were the currently active slotted abilities. It would just give you the entire list of it. Kind of a bummer. I really liked the portal feature. The hilarious thing is, like, I was talking to someone in ESD Zone Chat about build stuff once, and he looked up at the character that I was currently logged in on and didn't realize that it was actually my Foundry character.
Nice.
All right, shall we do... Yeah, hold on a second.
Do you need a fourth person?
Heck yeah.
Or fifth person?
Well, yes, we'll take you two. Can you be a fourth and a fifth person? No, just joking. Just messing with you.
Okay. Well, hey, I could if it is pushed.
Bad gamer, wait, you don't do that now. Don't do what now? I missed that point of the
He might
moment
be
in the
talking
conversation.
about the whole thing of having bridge officers forget abilities. I don't know.
I still do it that way.
But yeah, it's like that discussion I had at that one time. The guy's like, well, okay, this build you have you're using, it kind of works. It's not a very good build, though. And I'm like, yes, you do realize this is my founder character, right? He's like, oh, okay, never mind.
You know what we need here? Just me being random and trying to have fun here.
Mm-hmm.
We need either a ship or a character named Gazebo.
Gazebo and Gazebo.
But we need a gazebo.
Well, we will launch the Gazebo TFO right now. Oh, hold on. What am I missing here?
I'll be right
Blossom's still there. Okay.
Mom, I sent you a couple of links over Discord.
Okay. I'll take a look at them.
I'm off to do that food thing.
It has nothing to do with... It has to do with other things that have been going on. So.
Okay. Well, hang on a second. What did you say, Id?
I'm off to go do the food thing.
Okay, go do the food thing. Are you in tomorrow morning? Or thinking about being in tomorrow morning? If
I
you
will
feel
do my
up to
best
it?
for you.
If you feel up to it.
If I'm awake.
Okay. Otherwise, you won't be, and it'll be fine.
Maybe.
We said guillotine, right?
Yes.
Guillotine it is.
We did double check something. I was looking at my inventory and it's like, oh yeah, that's why I have an exothermic induction field in my inventory. Because apparently exothermic induction field, they made an error. You can't make them in R&D.
DT, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're turning into an adult.
I know.
Bad Gamer says, wasn't there a Gazebo bridge? I don't know. Was there? I don't know my bridges.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's still set up so that you can't fabricate exothermic induction fields.
Interesting.
I think there are certain kit module vendors that will sell them, but only the common quality, so you could get a really low mark common quality. And
Gazebo, okay.
That.
Gazebo bridge would be cool. Dragon Heretic says, I am old and on the bridge. Okay. I am not old yet. We got another 2 weeks for that. Then I get old.
No, you're not. You're immortal.
Yeah, but age still exists. I'm not dead.
I feel old a lot of the time. People tell me I'm not old.
You are old.
Yet, but whatever.
If my options are old or dead, I'll take the old for the moment. Thank you very much. But yeah, so next Friday we will be celebrating getting old and turning into an adult, and DT will be here to celebrate his buying a washer and dryer.
Oh yeah, I just thought of something.
Yeah,
I know.
DT has a washer and dryer, but the dryer doesn't work in the washer.
You need the functional washer and dryer.
I know I've mentioned this in the past, but what is the story implication of the fact that we are in orbit of New Kittimer, a planet that doesn't exist yet?
Good point. I don't know what the reason is other than they had this map out there and went, hey, wouldn't that look cool? Yes. Yes,
maybe we just kind
of... From a real-world perspective, that using some map that they had available is probably the only actual reason for it, but it's like, for story purposes, in-universe
but it looks cool. It looks cool.
Could be in orbit of Yavin 4 for all we know, but...
DM Kaiju says, I made new Klingon recruits today, both liberated Borg, one named One of Many, and the other one is Last of Even More. I saw something like that. think one was one of a bunch
Well,
today.
I can just say, and I will say it based on what's kind of planned for the whole wedding thing and what some people want. I will say Elvis is much better in the original Klingon dialect.
Ooh, are we getting an Elvis wedding in Klingon?
We're getting an Elvis wedding.
In Klingon?
I wish we can get a Klingon Elvis wedding. That would be utterly awesome.
Oh, you know what? I just noticed something about the doors that they use on this for the launch bays for the cubes. They actually have layers to the door.
Yeah, I did notice that.
I got 6.
So it's not just like a single hunk of metal.
One.
No, it's a really cool effect if you pay attention to it. It looks
because
really neat.
This way, the door, because it's in pieces like that, you don't need to have logic of where the door goes when it slides out of the frame.
It's a video game. We don't need logic.
Come on.
We don't need logic, technically.
Okay, we don't need it, but it's nice to have it.
Because like that's one of those things with games that have a story is that, there's more to the game than just shooting things.
What?
There's reasons.
There's more to the game than shooting things? Heresy, I say.
No.
Heresy.
What is this blasphemy you speak of?
That's borderline sacrilege.
Fifi, please don't do that. Thank you, DT.
What the?
Don't do what?
No, I didn't say don't do. I said thank you. Thank you for going over there and taking out that adapter that was going after my base. Because Grozabo went over to start the next one, so I came over to help cover his while he's doing that. Because that's how we do it when we're working like a team.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Mm-hmm. And somebody at work today said, there's no I in teamwork.
There's an M and an E.
The other person went, yeah, but there's a bunch of them in micromanaging.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah. At least we got the other guy to shut up for a few minutes. I presume they were poking at each other because they're nice people in general, and everybody trusts everybody else to know how to do their job in STFU the rest of the time.
I still want to blow up the tetrahedron.
Yeah, Drunken Heretic, it's a good one for work, depending on your office. Can't I love those doors? Alright, let's go get those assimilators out of there first.
Since I appeared inside this tag cube and flying through it, I'm just going to blow it up.
Yeah, I've noticed you can fly through them pretty easily.
Oh, if you're in the tac cube that I just fired of abrasive torpedoes at, sorry.
Oh, this one won't let me go through.
Why?
That's
It didn't
okay.
hit me.
Well then. Oh yeah, that's right. It's like the hitbox for the tac cube is actually greater than the blast radius of a plasma torpedo.
Well, so much for those guys.
We broke their little ships.
We did.
Now that I did purely for fun.
It's always for fun, DT.
Yep.
Have you done a puzzle mission yet?
Yes, we have. Do you need to do one?
I do.
Okay, we can do a Pavo. Do you have a preference on spacey Pavo or groundy Pavo?
I have to go take care of something real quick.
Okay,
Part of
doke.
it is going to be grabbing some food, so you can take my place on here.
Perfect.
Now, if you're the one that's I'm dragging you along with, I'll let you select.
I think everybody here would prefer spacey Pavo to groundy Pavo.
I mean,
I
I like
guess
ground.
I like groundy Pavo.
Oh, you guys want to do ground? That's fine with me.
I actually,
but I'm not. But I don't have a voice in this vote.
I
so.
like ground Pavo. Which tune am I on?
I just opened my a purple Endeavor box and got 750,000 EC.
Nice.
I have to take care of a sick kid, so I'll
Go
be
take
back
care of
later.
a sick kid. Let me know if you are thinking about coming up here, and then we'll head out together.
Yeah, I mean that's largely up to you. I'm good
that's-
either way, but
Yeah, just
yeah,
We'll get this figured out.
over.
We'll have more plans coming in. The
Okay.
colors are either teal or blue. So.
Okay, well,
Nice.
I haven't got a dress yet, but whatever, just let me know. I won't wear a uniform, I promise.
There'll be uniforms at the convention.
Well, I've
I will
got
talk to you
stuff at
later.
the conventions. I'll talk to you later, Frost. DT, I'll also talk to you later, most likely.
Actually, I'm still going to be around.
you're still going to be around? You're just going to go out and do stuff.
I'm grabbing food and things like that. That's all.
Okay. Who else needs to run a Pavo?
Guess who's back?
I saw you're back. Do you want to run Pavo with us?
I'm actually just stopping in to say hello because
Oh.
I'm actually tired. I was out running around all day, so.
Yeah, I appreciate that. This is going to be my last run of the night because I still have to take the chillins out here and then get ready because tomorrow night is class night.
I spent the day running around getting my e-bike fixed finally.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little exhausted from all the running around.
Well, that's why you need the e-bike so you don't have to run around. Does anybody else want to join in for a little Pavo?
I just wanted to pop in and say hello and good night. See everyone later.
Take care, Dread Knight. We'll talk to you soon.
Alright.
Okay.
Night.
Bye-bye. It looks like it's just you and me. Do you have a preference, space or ground?
Not really.
Okie dokie.
Actually, you know what? Here, hold on. I'll swap characters quick
Okay.
and help out.
Just so you know, you can jump out of these. Let me see what time. What time do I have to do this one tomorrow?
I have actually seen people do some sort of a botting technique for Pavo ground that is interesting.
Oh,
They spam team buffs and also have like some sort of thing where their character will automatically fire when the final assault phase starts.
mm-hmm.
But they just have their characters like stand at the B midpoint.
Yeah. So, Mar Hawkman, remember your trick about logging out as soon as... don't claim the marks, just log out once the marks things come up. And then the next time you log into that tune, it will automatically count. And it works on this one. It just didn't work on 359 or Guillotine, but it's working fine on this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so...
I actually haven't bothered doing that for this particular one because of the fact that it's a short enough mission. I don't feel the need.
It's 15 minutes. It's not a short mission.
Well... Oh, the Pavo one, right. Oh.
Yeah, both Pavos
I was
are
thinking
15.
of the Borg one. Never mind.
No. Yes, okay, fine. You can come up here. And we're not... No, come here. Come here. We'll go out after we're done here.
We will.
We will. Thank you. The dogs are going, hey, we need to go out. Hey. Even though I took them out just before we started, so they are lying. They are not telling the truth. What do I need? Why do I have that weapon? Do I care? Oh. Use that one.
Oh yeah, by the way, I was doing some like looking and realized something about the implants that we got from Scorpion's Abyss.
Yes.
I think that the devs actually created them earlier in the game because you remember how the assimilate module will add implants to characters?
Yes.
Currently, when you use assimilate, it will give the same implants that you see in Scorpion's Abyss.
Oh, now that's
It gives a
fun.
random assortment of those costume parts, but it's the same category of costume parts.
Let's see which poor fools have joined us. We have Tellus and Raced Stormguard. And then us.
Okay, so who's going which way?
Well, let's see what pops up first. Somebody gave us a motion accelerator here. I'll go under the waterfalls.
Okay. Well, no. Looks like nobody went this way, so I'm going this way. Reasonably confident we will see this.
It's nice to see everybody burst into flame. I don't know what that was, but that was fun.
Oh, okay.
Why is it not letting me place the crystal?
Move out of the circle and back in. Sometimes it does that.
Well, sometimes you just have to manually click on the button that pops up for some reason. I don't understand.
Sometimes it just hates you. I'm just curious how well this one works. I'll wait till I have a moment to use it.
Oh, there is someone helping over here.
Saw somebody running by and didn't know if I should shoot him or not.
Well, I mean, really need this boat.
Oh, agony fields are so fun. What? Did you damage my toys? How dare you? Which one?
Okay, my anaphasic entity ran off and started aggroing enemies that shouldn't even know I exist. That's interesting. I have actually seen that with certain of the pets in this game, where they will find things to aggro just because. Like, most notable is the holographic decoys that you get for the intel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They, when you create one, it will never go into passive mode.
Really?
It will start running around looking for enemies if it doesn't see anything. It's actually something that I find to be rather amusing, because if you give that ability to bridge officers, they'll just spam it anytime it brings up a cooldown. And then, as a result, aggro everything on the entire map.
Can that be a good thing or a bad thing?
It depends on what you want to do. It's like, do you really want to mercilessly hunt down every enemy in the entire Nimbus map?
If
that's what's going to happen eventually.
If you need a particular enemy type, then yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes it'll actually go off the reservation, so to speak, and start killing enemies in that. Like if you're hunting Gorn, it might decide to hunt sandworms.
Ah. Not sure I'm really impressed with my devouring nanites, but
I mean, it's good. I wouldn't say that's one of the best kit modules they ever made, but it certainly gets
it's
things.
fine.
Now, thematically, it can be really nice.
No! I didn't mean to do that. God, that's the one thing I wish they'd get rid of. Okay, so when I take over the game, when I win the lottery, first thing I'm getting rid of is that stupid transport to Spire prompt.
Oh, yeah. Weird.
Why? Why?
I know why they put it in. It's so that people can I quickly go from one lane to another.
Yeah, I understand that, but don't make it on F. Make it...
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do this on
Well,
F?
like, make it a low priority interact, not a normally.
So when I accidentally hit F and it suddenly goes off, and all of a sudden I have to run back, I am not as ticked off as I am at the moment.
Oh yeah, in case you were wondering, yes, this is that build I used in that Sompek run where we got I forget exactly which level.
Speaking of Sompek, I think we need to do a Sompek. Whoop! Whoa, that was a big jump. We need to do a Sompek once this event's done.
Yeah, it's like I was looking at some of my characters, like, this character doesn't have the Victory of Sompek dance unlocked. Would kind of.
I love that.
Oh yeah.
Particular emote.
Okay.
You're dancing and your friends are like, "What the heck just happened to you? You got struck by lightning."
Okay, the first time we met Kel, DT and I demonstrated the Sompek dance to him. Live action. LARPing the Sompek dance.
Well, do you remember the backstory about why the devs added that to the game, right?
No, but it's one of my favorite
In
little
one
bits.
of the live streams, when Kale was live streaming himself playing Sompek, he's like, "Yay! I got a really good run," and so Sompek is over now, and then he gets hit with the lightning while doing a victory dance.
Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect.
That's the a reason why it's the lightning thing is that Kale actually got zapped on a live stream.
I love it.
Okay, this is amusing to me. The anaphasic entity possessing one of the Terran medics.
That's creepy. Die. I'm shooting you in the face and you're not dying.
So I guess it's time to go to the waterfall route and see how much assistance is required.
Terran reinforcements have arrived.
Oh, this is neat. If you run fast enough to get out of its attack range, the anaphasic entity will teleport to your position.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, that didn't take long.
Nah.
Well done. Looks like
I will take my
I
usual.
do love how the anaphasic entity has a pseudo teleport or shape-shifting ability. If they could give that to players, that would be
that would be fun. Oh, I didn't mean to be up here. But somebody else is over there, so I guess I'll stay here.
I'll stick in the center area.
Okay.
I'm going to be spamming agony fields anyway, so you know, central agony field is best.
I feel so bad when the Terrans beam down.
Only that many? You want to show off?
I don't. They become nice drones.
Yep. Yeah, like this is honestly more of a support build than what people would normally think of as a DPS build. But, you know.
Oh, my Targies came to visit me. Hi, Targies. I haven't played this position in a long time.
Okay, kit performance. And
Wow.
Yes.
My anaphasic entity is getting bored. Yes, he's like, the anaphasic entity doesn't always do that thing where it runs off.
Mm-hmm.
It will actually just stand next to you quietly if
yes.
you're outside of, if all of the enemies are outside of its aggro range. It's that whole like if there's nothing in its aggro range thing.
Shoot, didn't get down there fast enough.
Oh, I wasn't quite close enough. Oh well. The anaphasic entity behaves very, very strangely when it's inside the
well, that
trialic pattern enhancer.
What does it do inside the enhancer? There's
I'm
your
not really
problem
sure
right
the
there.
best way to describe it. It's like it turns ghostly.
Well,
Oh.
it kind of makes sense.
You're talking about the trialic pattern enhancer.
Uh-huh.
The Halloween event.
Yeah. Let's see if it got one of
You
those.
know, you could actually use it then to at the very end.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely. That's the best place
what
for
I'm talking about is what it does to the anaphasic entity.
Oh yeah, your guide there, but sorry, it's just you had brought up that particular item, and I'm like, oh
Yeah. That's a great trick.
It is. Hang on a sec. I'll put the pattern doodly do on in just a sec here.
I triggered it, and then I think the Terrans blew it
There you
up.
go.
See, look at him. Looks very, very strange.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah, you can.
See, look.
It's really weird. Chris, you look that way too. I think I do
Look
too.
like what you would normally expect for the ghost mode thing.
I like the fact you can clearly see their teeth. I'm gonna put you down there, dog. You're licking my pants, and my pants are wet. Ooh. But yeah, in the Halloween event, using those things, if everybody knows that you're supposed to use them and how to set them up, it makes it go a lot faster at the end, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to be honest, the trialic pattern enhancer is a device that's always been in the game as a way to give yourself a ground buff.
Yeah, but it's such a perfect use for it right there in that one. Anyway, children's need to go out, which means I need to get the heck out of here. So I am gonna get out of here. You guys go have yourself a wonderful evening. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, in theory, is class. I'm not sure that will be going, but I know I have to miss a couple of weeks of class, so I'm trying to go while I can. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you have a wonderful evening. If you need anything, let us know. We'll be on tomorrow morning and back on Thursday. And thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you all so much. Have a great night. Oh, do we want to raid somebody?
Oh yeah, who is there?
I don't
Suppose
know.
we could.
Who's out there? Who's out there we can raid tonight?
Let's see. Kenobi's out there. Who else?
Oh,
Gaming
Klingon
Now
Pop Warrior is
Live.
on.
Klingon Pop Warrior.
Oh, let's raid Klingon Pop Warrior. And then you can, DT, you can let her know you're looking for somebody who can do the wedding ceremony in the original Klingon. Anyway, I've got the raid set up. So everyone, have a wonderful night. If you don't share your love with KPW, please do. She certainly is worthy of it. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.